Imagine a freakishly tall lady wearing a gorgeous vintage dress and hat. No, not that one. Never mind, moving on. Hello everybody, I'm Stretch. Today, we'll be talking about Entity 98 from the Backrooms. Entity 98, also known as the Dollmaker, is a humanoid entity wearing a black Victorian dress and sun hat. Her skin is made of white cloth, with cyan threads sewn throughout her body and clothing that keep her intact. All reports of encounters with the Dollmaker detailed her to always be sitting or kneeling, as suggested by her dress folding over itself. It is estimated that her full height stands at approximately 10 feet tall. The Dollmaker has two holes for eyes that emit a constant cyan glow. Her eyes are shown to be capable of blinking as well. Her mouth is a long slit that stretches from ear to ear in a permanent smile. The edges are sewn in place, with a small portion of the center left open, of which she uses to speak. The sleeves of her dress extend endlessly, covering the entire floor of level 389.1. Speaking of which, level 389.1, also known as Silken Hell, is the singular home of the Dollmaker. It is a sub-level located between level 389 and level 390. The level resembles an old unfinished basement with Victorian-era decor. Rooms on level 389.1 are large and open, with not a single door in sight. The entirety of the floor on the level is covered by Entity 98's sleeves, so we do not know what's underneath, though it is generally assumed to be cement flooring. Be careful when you walk on the sleeves, as the Dollmaker has full control over them. Upon entering level 389.1, you'll find Entity 98 sitting near the entrance, dabbling in her favorite pastime, i.e. crafting hand puppets. The Dollmaker's reason for making them is unknown. When she finishes knitting her new creation, she'll just drop it off right in front of her, resulting in several piles of her little puppets scattered across the level. This suggests that the entity does in fact move around from time to time. On closer inspection, you'll see the entity sewing puppets using her arms hidden under the start of her sleeves. This shows that her arms do not stretch the length of her sleeves, but are rather proportional to her body size. Funnily enough, the Dollmaker does not have fingers, but appendages shaped like mittens instead. It also appears that she cannot remove her arms from her dress, as seen when she becomes visibly annoyed at the difficulties faced when knitting or sewing. The hand puppets made by Entity 98 exhibit unusual properties upon interaction. The following are a few notable ones among her creations. A dog puppet, specifically a beagle. When grabbed, a bark can be heard from somewhere far away within the level. Nothing was discovered when approaching the source of the noise. A puppet of a girl in a pink dress. Grabbing the puppet will prompt the Dollmaker to laugh. But when questioned, the entity feigned ignorance. A puppet that looks remarkably similar to the current leader of the MEG. When questioned, the Dollmaker claimed to not know of them. Touching the puppet will produce a loud ringing noise heard by all humans present, though the Dollmaker appeared unaffected. A puppet version of Entity 99, the Game Master. Grabbing it will elicit an angry response from the Dollmaker, yelling at you to drop it. All in all, Entity 98 is mostly harmless. She is constantly humming a sweet melody, only stopping when spoken to or disturbed. However, take care not to aggravate her by talking to her for long periods, as she will respond by snapping your neck or suffocating you. Sometimes she'll drag you underneath her endless layers of sleeves where you'll be trapped forever. Or she'll just hang you to death.